Hey everybody! Today I am combining days 6, 7, and 8 for me, myself, and I into one video. The prompts were weight, salty, and pranks. And all of them kind of make me think about sustainability and the state of our planet. It's a huge weight on everyone's shoulders to help take care of the planet and help make sure that there is something to pass on for the generations to come. Recent studies have said that if we don't do something within the next 2 decades, irreversible damage will have been done. And that's terrifying, seeing already how much our world has changed because of the impact that humans and what we've created and done and torn down is astounding. From saltwater oceans and lakes to forests in the middle of Africa, we have ruined a lot of our planet. The fact that people still think sometimes that global warming and climate change are a weird type of prank blows my mind. As I mentioned in a video last week, Turner and I recently switched to being vegetarian. We had said that we would be just vegetarian at home and allow ourselves to eat fish on occasion while we were out and about. However, we have actually decided to just go full vegetarian. The more we learned about fishing and the sustainability and the harm that can come to the fish while they're being harvested to be eaten, as well as the harm that can come to other animals, we decided to go ahead and cut fish out of our diet completely. We are working on our way towards being at least semi-vegan. We're trying to aim more towards that, but right now at least, eggs are a necessary part of our diet. It's where we get our protein in the morning. We can't afford a lot of the other protein substitutes, but aside from that, we're trying to be more sustainable by how we shop, the waste that we produce, and also how we eat. We have switched from using paper towels to old rags and cloths and even a pair of cut up old pants. We no longer buy fish, originally because of the plastic wrapping that it came in, but now because of the way that it's fished and harvested. We use reusable shopping bags. We reuse the plastic produce bags until we literally can't use them anymore. We are hoping to get some fabric ones eventually, but that isn't in our budget at the moment. We try to use eco-friendly cleaners. We have made a couple cleaners in the past, but I don't know what happened. Something went wrong with several of them and we ended up not being able to use them. So we really do want to look into more sustainable cleaning products that we can make at home instead of buying in plastic bottles and tins. So we're looking into some more recipes for things like that. Instead of just chucking all of our old plastic containers and buying glass and things like that, we are reusing them until they break. A big part of sustainability that I've not seen too many people talk about is using what you have until you can't anymore. After starting to wear makeup, I had been using coconut oil and a single square of toilet paper because we didn't have anything else, and I finally switched to one of those reusable towelettes. It is amazing. Literally all you do is you get it wet and wipe your face off and everything comes off with it. We are being far more mindful about how the food that we buy is packaged. We try to never get any produce that is packaged in plastic. We try to always find it loose. We try to get bigger bags of rice and things like that, as big as our cabinets will allow. We try to only buy eggs in the paper cartons instead of plastic ones. We try to buy our seasonings in bulk from a shop downtown. We switched to making our own pasta and ramen, and we're trying to make our own bread, but we go through a lot of bread and I don't always have the time to bake it. That's not all that we're doing, and we're still making changes, and we're going to continue making changes as much as we can. And no one is ever going to be perfect with a sustainable lifestyle. There are some wastes that we know we will never be able to fully cut out, like pill and supplement bottles and light bulbs. But we are trying to buy things that are more efficient, larger bottles, so that we don't have to buy our pills as frequently. There's just so much, and it's an overwhelming weight on our shoulders to think about it every time we go to the store and every time we make dinner. And I know a lot of people don't live realizing just how much their waste impacts the environment. In college, I knew a lot of people who played the pranks of like filling rooms with balloons or covering things in post-it notes and things like that, and I never really understood those pranks in the first place. But then I was also really overwhelmed by the amount of waste it was. The balloons were just going to be popped, the post-it notes were just going to be taken down and thrown away, and a lot of that waste ends up in landfills or in the ocean. And there are so many other things like that, just people buying prepackaged food simply because it's easier. I know that for some people prepackaged food is necessary, and I don't want it to be completely cut out, but I want it to be more sustainable than it is. I honestly don't know where to start a lot of the time for making certain changes, and I definitely don't know where to start when it comes to wanting companies and large corporations to change their habits themselves. Turner and I already rarely drive, and we know we'll have to keep driving, but we only have one car, and both of us have agreed that we don't want to go above one unless absolutely necessary. So we can continue to reduce our emissions from our car. We're hoping that we can take bikes, walk, run, take public transit, but that's not something that we're sure we can do until we figure out where we're living and what the environment is like there. We're also hoping that we can find the styles of clothing that we like at thrift stores instead of getting them new. Please, if you have any tips, tricks, links, videos, any of it, send it my way. I really want to continue learning about sustainable lifestyles and alternatives to various things. What advice do you have or questions about sustainability? Leave them in the comments and I will respond. Yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.